This is for the nerds, this is for the brainiacs, this what we deserve. Go ahead and play it back, you ain't gonna touch me, you not gonna do nothing, you are not above me, I bet you wish you was me, I know it, I know.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Only Friends podcast. I am Matt Berkey, here to intro you guys to our beautiful show today. We have Conrad, we have the Tortoise, we have Landon. We have a nice quadruple today.
We're light
Sorry
today.
for the delay. We found out through some security camera footage that Berkey used the cord for autoerotic asphyxiation, and the cord is not meant for that. Berkey, you got to use like a
rope,
a rope or a sheet.
belt.
You can't use the cord. We need this for our podcast. So, sorry about that. I know you guys were getting a little testy in the chat.
How late did we start?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Give or take.
Good things come to those who wait.
But now we have good audio.
Yeah.
We fixed the problem. We solved it. It was a mic cord, which Matt literally said for weeks, it's not the cord. All the cords are the same. There's no way it's the cord's fault. It's the cord's fault.
It's
Yeah,
the cord,
then we just
'cause,
swapped out the cord and
we
it works
swapped the cord
perfectly.
and now it's fine.
Yep. Don't listen to old people.
Well, you know why he said that, though. He was trying to distract us from the
exactly.
fact that he was doing deviant things with the cord.
Right. He was trying to distract our attention elsewhere.
Oh no, it's not the cord. The cord's fine. Don't worry about the cord. Yeah, we know what you've been doing.
Don't let old people solve your tech
It's great
problems.
because we know he's listening and there's nothing he can do.
He
about
can't
it.
do anything. And you know what? I was so tempted. He has this Twitter open here. So, like, you have no idea how much I had to hold back from tweeting from his account.
It's the feminine
I want to
urge.
tweet from his account so bad.
Poo Dog Melissa takes over
I just want to be
Berkey's
like,
Twitter.
haha, like, I just shit. My ass is so itchy.
What if you just
reply to people like, yeah, me too. Like, just on like things that don't
What if
even
you posted
apply
a
to him.
shit pic from his account?
Like, I just post a picture of like someone's poop in the toilet and go like, look what I just did.
Yes.
Just did a thing.
Just a thing.
You should go on like
Win a tournament, do that. Same difference,
You
right?
should just go on like conspiracy theory fucking threads and just get
And
involved.
copy
in
and
all-
paste
Yeah.
somebody's conspiracy theory and make it like a 6-part thread.
Listen,
There's so many funny things that could happen, but I won't do it. I'm
Melissa,
holding back a lot.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Right? He leaves his Twitter open right here. Like, oh my
That's
God.
a sign of trust, though. He trusts
I
you.
know, and
He knows,
it's you know,
he knows you have these urges, but he's like, you know what? She'll be good today.
if I were feeling impulsive today, I would totally have just been like, I suck. I stink.
Yeah. What do you think something you could tweet from his account that wouldn't get him in trouble would be? Like if you could tweet anything from his account that wouldn't get him in trouble.
You know what? I would want it to be something really subtle that like could be potentially believable.
Okay.
So maybe something like, hey, does anyone have an extra change of shorts at Bally's?
Nice.
You know,
Yeah.
not underwear, just short. Hey, shorts at Bally's, anybody? Or you know, like
That gift shop's expensive. One time, I spent $30 on a bathing suit there. I had to get shorts for.
did you poop?
$30 is very
No.
cheap for a bathing suit.
Yeah, I had to go to the gym after, but I didn't have clothes with me, so I just went to the Bally's gift shop and bought like a tourist shirt. And I was wearing something relative to this, like jeans and the shirt. And I was like, I'm not gonna go to the gym in this, so I just bought stuff from the Bally's gift shop, and it was like $60. Like, you know what? That's
Yeah.
great. I would love to work out and
That
not have
stuff's
to do
all
this.
marked up at casinos. It's crazy.
Yeah.
$8 for a bag of chips.
Anyway, we are today going to take you through the final table participants, our lucky 10
Which tournament?
for the tournament.
Oh,
The Tortoise. This
The
is
main
the
event.
tournament. The
It
main
is.
event.
the tournament.
The Tortoise tournament.
The tortoisement.
The tournament.
The tournament.
So this is courtesy of Poker News. We have some stats on our people. So we'll start with seat 1. First of all, do you guys have any favorites, picks that you would like to see win?
Should we do this after we go through all of them, or
Okay,
before?
we can go.
Let's
we can
let's
do
go
this after.
through, and then
we'll
let's
go through it first.
let's see how we feel, what the stars tell us.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I also, guys, I wanted to give you their zodiac signs. Like, I'm really disappointed that
I know.
I couldn't find all of their birthdays. So
That's
if
really
you
going to
guys,
determine who's going to win, right?
Yeah, because that will, I can tell you who's going to win if I know their zodiac sign.
The star. Well, you're also really good at faces. You know?
Yeah, no, maybe I'll do a pick based on faces.
You're
and
really good at
I'll sort of
faces.
give you some reads on their faces.
Some face reads.
So, okay, should we start? We'll start with seat 1.
Seat 1.
Philippe Souki
Very good.
from the United Kingdom. Chip count 13,500,000. His first cash was in 2010. So
Wow.
he is, a bit of a veteran.
Has he been playing regularly since or just 2010?
7 WSOP cashes.
Okay.
830,000 in career earnings. Biggest cash was 102,000.
Okay.
He's the short stack, right?
He
Yeah.
is the
He's
short
the
stack.
short
I think
stack
he has
coming in.
11 bigs.
So his goal is just to maybe make it a few more spots.
Yes. So let's see. He, he hasn't actually. It looks like he plays tournaments pretty sparingly since then, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but he's in there. He's
Yeah.
in there. You showed his picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Adrian Attenborough, seat 2.
Oh, that's the guy that wrecked Berkey.
He wrecked Berkey.
Yeah, he said call.
Oh.
Isn't
So
that, that list is
he's
super
made
long,
a couple
right?
of really sick plays so far
Yeah.
that have gotten him here. He did one that was a bluff and one that was a bluff catch.
Mm-hmm. The king queen hand versus the ace 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a wild hand.
Wild hand.
And then the 6-5 hand on the king 3-3 turn 7 river 8 flush complete, where he check raised, bombed it, and then jammed on the flush turn. And then king deuce ended up finding the fold. But yeah, that guy's definitely in the mix to say the least.
Yeah.
Just it's a feast or famine lifestyle out here, especially for the main, because some people are just gonna go really hard and try to like win all the chips kind of too fast, kind of thing, or you don't try to win the chips enough. So there's always like an eclectic mix, if you will, that kind of make it to the end. And obviously you kind of have to be chosen in the sense of winning all ins prior, getting good hands before then, like winning coolers in standard spots. But yeah, definitely entertaining to watch. And I'm sure that like the coverage this past week has been some of the best that we've seen in recent years.
So someone actually made a good point. Who at the FT has most recently had a baby? This is important information for us to know.
True.
I feel like this is all the sharp information that we don't have access to
Right.
yet.
Yeah.
But all the sharp market bettors know who had a baby, who might be an ambassador, what patch people are going to wear at FT.
Right.
So, like all these things we don't know yet, but the sharp people do.
We should have
Yeah.
put OnlyFriends patches on people.
Wow. We need a patch first.
We do. We need patches. Okay.
We have soft for white patches, but that's
Yeah, but we need the
we need
OnlyFriends
OnlyFriends,
patches.
yeah.
Yeah. Double soft for Y, only friends.
Yeah.
So
Circle.
next, so on the left of Attenborough, we have Dobric,
Mm-hmm.
who is the one that did that ace-4 bluff versus his
Okay.
king-queen.
Yeah.
So we will certainly probably see some interactions
Oh, yeah.
between these two. I mean, they both play in a way that is very entertaining to
What's his
watch.
chip-
They
what's
will
his
get
chip
in the
count?
mix. His chip count is, I don't know. Can we see the graphic?
The ship count is 68 million 650K. So
That's
57 bigs.
57
Yep,
bigs, yeah.
he's-
So after that bluff, he lost like half his stack, was down to 40-ish,
Yeah.
and then just like chipped right back up.
Yep. Yeah.
Just an Eastern European monster.
Mm-hmm.
Also, balls of steel to have to sit there for 8 minutes while, Attenborough's probably going to call you.
Oh, the king queen hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that hand's wild. The 3-bet in position and then triple it off.
Yeah.
Wild stuff.
What did
Well,
you think about that hand? Because you.
I
were here
mean,
when we talked about it.
in layman's terms, it's not Tortoise approved.
Well,
The Tortoise
yeah.
is definitely not approving.
Tough one.
I don't think the machine doesn't really approve either. But
yeah,
that-
I mean, the 3-bet on flop
Yeah.
with the ace-4 is probably
yeah,
not
so like I
machine
think you could
approved.
just probably fold pre
In the
anyways from
streets,
hijack. Yeah,
though.
of course. I mean, that's kind of how it works when it comes to just tournaments in general. Like Attenborough's a feast or famine guy. Dobric clearly a feast or famine guy. So when the feast or famine guys play against each other, you're gonna get some pots.
Right.
So when you get some pots, it's good entertainment.
And that's what we're here for, yeah.
We're here for the entertainment. Like
pots.
we have no dog in this fight.
No, right.
Right.
We want to see
Yeah.
see
We
blood.
want to see violence.
Exactly. We have
Yeah.
no dog in this fight.
for sure.
If we had a piece, then maybe
I
we'd have some
know.
conversations. Like, hey, like,
Imagine having a piece at this point.
Ah,
yeah.
So
My
nice.
asshole would be clenched. Okay. Anyway. So next we have Michael Duek.
Yep.
This is the first on our list so far. This is the first American.
Okay.
United States American. Sorry.
USA.
People get on my ass when I say American. America is more than just the U.S. You Yankee egotistical. But I'm like, okay, relax. So from the U.S., the first person on our list so far. 4 WSOP caches, total live earnings, 651,300, and his biggest cache, 548,000.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So-
In what?
Good question.
Oh, okay, it's not there.
Not.
Okay. Anyways, doesn't really matter. I just thought that was either there or not. Okay, but yeah. So obviously, a guy that plays has played tournaments before, has been in the spot before. Because when you have like a high 6-figure payday, you just have to kind of be in a final table, right? You only get those at final tables at this point.
It was this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So he got third in the 10K PLO.
Oh, a PLO.
Okay.
It looks like he does play a lot of PLO.
So it seems a PLO guy plays some no limit, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
that's why PLO players should probably still play the main event, because sometimes you just
make the
run,
final table.
You run
Yeah.
really good, and you got third. You're running pretty good. You know it's going to be a good summer for you. So yeah, love to see it. Love to see a statesman in the mix.
And I also would like to note that he does seem to have some nice sportsmanship, because when somebody was not at the table and was about to be the big blind, he was tanking. And they were like, it's on you. He's like, this is intentional because he's coming back. And then it sort of became like, the next guy tanked a little bit. They were trying to. It's nice to see the sportsmanship,
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Next, we have Matthew Su, high stakes cash player.
Yep. Bellagio game player.
So,
player.
he doesn't have any WSOP caches and his career earnings are low, but he plays high stakes cash.
Right.
Yeah.
50K in career earnings, biggest cash 29K.
Yep.
But he's
I feel like
he's
we
in those
see that
cash
a lot,
streets.
right? Where like a predominantly cash game player runs deep or multiple run deep in the main event, just because the way it's structured, a lot of the times it is like cash. It's deep stacked poker.
Yeah, it's sort of like a
tournament players
cash
aren't
game.
often studying like 200 big blind poker.
Right.
No, but they're just more comfortable navigating post.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
how to responsibly put chips in the pot. Like when it comes to bluffing, when it comes to having value hands and realizing some hands aren't worth 3 streets, or not making too much of a mistake in certain spots. But at the same time too, like the average stack in the main still goes up, right? So like you're gonna make cash games. Most cash games do make deep runs and go like day 4, day 5. Things go well and you run really good.
Yeah.
But then it still gets to the point where like you have to be brushed up on 20 to 40 bigs because the
You're gonna
average
get to
stack
that
is
point
somewhere.
at some point.
And
Exactly.
ICM, cash players aren't studying ICM usually.
It's just
Exactly.
the first 4 or 5 days, like the first 4 days, mostly you get to capitalize so much on kind of a weak player pool.
Yeah.
And like it's just like when you play predominantly cash, you're used to being 200 big blinds effective, and you just like
that's your wheelhouse.
You just get to run people over.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you just go try again.
Yeah.
It's
Like when you're that deep, especially in the main, and have your wits about you, so to speak, spots that are intentionally coolers or spots that you should quote unquote go broke, you can kind of be a lot more reductive on those things and try to reduce those as much as possible. But then when it gets to day 5, day 6, day 7, and you're playing against a bunch of killers that make it that far and like know how to check raise, barrel off 30 bigs with bluffs, now you have to be studied at 30 bigs. You have to be studied at these stack depths and do some things that you kind of have to make some adjustments, because if you start folding too much and like try to wait for better spots in some instances, sometimes those spots don't show up.
Right.
And your best
You'll
spot
just
is
blind
making a
down.
bluff catch or making a thin call and all of these other things that don't happen as frequently or as regularly on like days 1 through 4.
Yeah.
So when it gets down to the wire, like day 6, like now you have to play some poker.
Yeah, they're out
and
there swinging.
yeah, exactly. Like, and sometimes you're going to look dumb, like on camera, at least from an optics perspective of, as the viewers, we'll be able to see hands. So like in the hand where, I think it was Kareem Rabai versus Brian Kim, where Kareem 4-bet the ace-5, Kim called, and then c-bet flop on the 10-high board, and Brian just folded queens.
Yeah.
And people are like, how are you folding queens there? How are you folding queens there? But at the same time, how much are people 4-bet bluffing this deep in the main?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like, does he
was
beat
under the gun,
value?
too.
No, like he doesn't beat value because most of the time in these situations, jacks don't exist.
plus, yeah.
It's just kings, aces, and like nothing else in the sense of a theoretical 4-bet range, maybe having like an ace-10 or things of that nature that just don't exist in practice.
The Tortoise gets it.
Yeah, exactly.
What size did he bet on flop?
25.
Yeah. So like, it's just one of these spots where you kind of have to just like trust yourself and like live on these judgments and general statements of, do people do things enough, not enough, and then kind of make adjustments from there. Because at the end of the day, some spots in theory are worth a lot, but in practice might be losing a bunch. Where like in theory, queens would, and Brian's a great high stakes player, plays online, plays live, doesn't really play much tournaments, but he's played enough poker. Like, he's a great poker player and just knows in certain spots some things are under bluffed as a whole. But under bluff doesn't mean bluff zero.
Right.
And that's kind of the issue of taking an always or never approach. But that doesn't mean the fold's bad either.
Yeah. Well, it's also because you're kind of coming from like, as you get deeper, it's going from like people are way under bluffing pre especially.
Yeah.
You know, they're calling with kings and,
right.
you know, they're not like 3-betting much at all, to then, you know, you might have this crazy guy,
Yeah.
to your right, but you're still in like a mode of, this is an under bluffed spot,
Right.
like, period.
Yeah, because on the aggregate, in these situations from days 1 to 4 to maybe 5, the players that we're talking about when it comes to the average pool still exist in the pool. But by default, a lot of these guys get weeded out, either in the sense of getting coolered or blinding down because they're not trying to win enough pots post. So all the crazy guys, the feast or famine guys that end up making it that far, that kind of have that feast mentality and have chips, are still going to be the ones that kind of push the pedal to the metal in these situations later in the tournament.
Yeah.
Because if someone's got balls of steel, they're not just going to go away day 6. Right? They're just going to try to find these bluffs, try to rampage and just run some stuff that you don't think would ever exist in practice. But most people, when it gets to this deep in the tournament, there's going to be outliers. And the outliers that do have chips sometimes do some crazy stuff, and it's very entertaining to watch, but very hard to calibrate for in game.
Yeah.
Who's next?
So next we have John Eames from the United Kingdom. First cash in 2007.
Wow.
Okay.
19 WSOP cashes.
Nice.
2.196 million in career earnings, and his biggest cash is 289,000.
Wow.
Okay.
2007.
So it's been around.
He has been around.
2007,
yes.
it's 2022, so that's like 16 years.
Yeah.
What if somebody told you, if you played poker professionally for 16 years, 16, you will final table the main event on your 16th year? Would you play for 16 years professionally straight?
Yeah.
Of course.
For from 2007, you know that in
I played for
2022.
16
What are you
thinking I
talking
wasn't
about?
going to
Yeah,
final
like,
table.
What else am I
the
gonna do?
No, yeah.
What
These
am I
hours
gonna
are
do
so
instead?
hard for Landon to
I
grasp
didn't go to
because he's so
college.
young. But like, when you're my age, 16 years is not that long. Like, yeah, I've been out here for 16 years.
Yeah.
16 years, I might be in a
No, not that
seniors
long.
event.
14.
Wow. Matt will be in the super seniors.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's because to me, like 16 years is like 3/4 of my life.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, whoa, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Eames is the one that had a big hand with Mermelstein.
Okay.
So, you guys see this?
I didn't.
I
Go
think
on.
it was a 3-bet pot.
Was it the Queen's Ace?
Queen's Ace King.
Ah, the Queen's Ace King hand. Okay.
So, C-bet flop call. Mermelstein ends up overbet jamming the king turn.
Yeah.
And Eames called with
Yeah.
queens. So that was a huge thing. But now he's back up and
He
to
spun.
the final table. He spun, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this stuff happens, and we kind of briefly talked about this in pre-production when it comes to the overall mentality of, call it short stacked poker or whatever, however you want to kind of call it. But like if you have like 15 to 20 bigs, like that's very spinnable. Like you win an all in or two, and you're kind of just back.
Yeah.
Where there's a lot of the quick mentality of like, oh, I just had 50 bigs, now I have 15, now I have to get back to 50.
Yeah.
Where in reality, like,
Yeah,
just
like
doesn't matter.
sometimes people will sort of just see that downward momentum and
Right.
think that that's just how it has to go. When
Right.
really, like, you could just go like up, down, up, down, up, down. You could just
Exactly.
go like down, up, up, up. Like
Right.
you just don't know.
Yeah.
So you have to play every hand individually. But like it can be easy to get caught up in the momentum.
right.
Trying to project onto your tournament life a story where, oh, this is where it all turns around and I die. And it's like, that's not how it has to be. Just look at it individually.
Yeah. Of course, you run really good like the first half of the day and you just build up this huge stack and then you lose 3 pots in a row. You're like, okay, it's over now.
Right. And once you get in your mind,
you still have 20 blinds and you can navigate that very easily.
Like once you get in your mind, like I'm going to bust, like it's hard to do well.
Yeah, for sure.
At least when it comes from a like mental standpoint, because obviously as a rational thinker, if you have 20 bigs, you know most of the time you're going to get the money in as like maybe a 55-45 because you're going to be the one jamming over an open. So when you jam, you're going to have more equity than the person that calls off based off of the dead pot. And you can still realize like, okay, I'm going to be all in and I'm going to lose sometimes. And that's okay. But the difference is like, let's say you have a hand that's like a pure call from a big blind. Instead of calling, you use it as a jam.
Yeah, you're just like, if I just win this pot, I'm back to where I was.
If I win this pot, if I win this double.
So you make that mistake.
Exactly. So it's very easy to overinflate and get in your own head of like, oh man, I have 20 bigs, I just had 60, I have to get back to 60, otherwise it's all over.
Yeah.
You're just still in the tournament. Like,
you get into chasing mode. You try and chase it back, and it's like then you become the gambler. Like there's always a gambler and there's sort of the house in the hand, and it's like you become the customer in the hand once you're starting to chase.
You just look at your big blinds. I got 25 big blinds now. Life is good. We're still in the tournament.
Let's get it popping.
Let's get it popping.
Just gotta get it popping.
Gotta get it popping.
Like whatever.
Every time you have like a certain amount of big blinds in a tournament, just say to yourself, we're getting it popping.
It just doesn't matter.
We're just getting it popping.
That's what everybody, all 10 of these people left, that's what they were doing in their minds.
Yeah, they're just saying, I'm getting this shit popping
for 8 days.
That's all you gotta do.
That's so wild. You have to run so good for 8 days, man. Wow.
It's really crazy. Like, I mean, we talked about this yesterday, but variance is just such a mind fuck.
Yeah, we can't truly comprehend variance. Like just we as poker players, we as humans, and anything, because people can be great poker players with high ROIs and just run bad in live tournaments for years sometimes, just because some situations, like we just don't understand how deep it truly goes when it comes to card distribution, all-ins, like there's a lot of stuff that kind of has to happen in a tournament for things to go right.
Table draws.
Yeah. Because table draws kind of are a part of your ROI. Like when you sell it to the main before the table draw, right? You're selling on the aggregate, this is where I'm going to be versus the field as a whole. But sometimes you get a table with 3 players with ROIs of extremely high numbers, like world-class players. Like when Matt had a day 4 table with Chance, with Kuhn, like that's a terrible day 4 table where all of their ROIs go down because normally those seats are filled with not other people with high ROIs.
Right.
And then that becomes part of your main event because at some point someone from that table is probably gonna get all the chips, or you're gonna have to get into a big pot with someone that's very good because you can't give up some EV to them in certain ways, because if you give up too much, now they're winning a lot and you're the one kind of just reducing your own variance, but also reducing your win rate.
It's weird because a lot of times the idea of reducing variance can really bite you in the ass.
Exactly.
Like flatting pre instead of 3-betting when, you know, you could have folded out their king queen off or something, and instead they flop like better than, you know, it's just like there's so many ways that you actually are increasing variance by thinking you're reducing it.
Exactly. We're
yeah, it's really, it's weird, but someone said yesterday, like, redlining is sort of reducing variance because you are denying equity, you're denying them from seeing more cards, like, but it doesn't feel that way because you're putting more chips in the middle.
You're putting yourself at risk more, and like the standard deviation of games when they're more volatile are going to be higher. Like call it a 9 max is going to have a lower standard deviation in like terms of swings versus heads up. Right. Because heads up, you have to be in every pot. You're playing a bunch of 3 and 4 bet pots, and that's going to inherently increase your standard deviation. Where otherwise, if you can play single raise pots and stuff, your standard deviation goes lower. But at the same point, there's some hidden variance in the sense of, okay, I'm not going to 3-bet this hand that I should 3-bet sometimes. And you flop a hand, you flop like a pair, and you get out kicked by a hand that would have folded to a 3-bet. Right. And the reason why you 3-bet is to get some of those offsuit hands to actually fold pre, so your outs become cleaner. Right. As well as just getting the original fold equity and
their range
keeping
down
the balance.
More. And I find that, like, if I'm in like a running bad, and I'll try and like my impulse is to sort of go the lower variance route.
You kind of try to wait for the
that situation does happen, and then I'm like, oh, I'm running so bad. Like in my mind, it starts doing that. So it's like if you just played normal and 3-bet it, like, none of this would happen.
Exactly. Because sometimes when it comes to like running good or running bad, it really depends on your actions.
Yes.
In the sense of like, okay, I'm going to choose to barrel turn here with a bluff versus check it back because I'm emotionally attached to winning or losing this pot based off of my mindset of if I lose this pot, I'm going to be stuck for the day. I don't want to be stuck for the day. But in a baseline situation, if you played that hand one, you probably would find the bluff, or you would find a way to put chips in the middle, which would generate a fold. And it always works both ways, because sometimes it works out where you check back a hand that's a pure bluff and they have the nuts, or you bluff a hand that shouldn't and it works out, right? So but that's what makes poker.
Yeah.
And we're human. We're fallible by nature. So we're not going to be able to play perfect poker, but what we can do is kind of keep our minds in the correct spaces to make decisions that are pretty rational. And that's kind of all we can do.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Next person.
Jeffrey Farnes. First cash, 2017. 12 WSOP cashes, 181,000 in career earnings, and his biggest cash is 61,000.
Nice.
United Statesman.
Okay.
Got the glasses on. He's got the green hoodie.
Is that a Red Sox hat?
Oh.
Andre just says boo.
Boo. Is it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It looks like it.
With a camo.
It could be.
Conrad would know.
I mean, he looks
He
spry.
seems like a very nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy.
Not a nice hat.
Not a nice hat, so I can't
forgot
root
to
for
be
him.
doing their face readings. Okay, I'll start doing the face readings now. I forgot to be doing it.
Oh.
He seems very spry. He seems eager to be there. You know. I think he's
He's got a gratitude personality.
Yeah, he's happy to be there.
Yeah.
What's his background? His tournament background?
180K in cash.
180K.
60K.
First cash 2017.
Okay.
First cash 2017. Pretty recent.
Yeah.
Pretty
For all
recent.
things
Yeah.
considered. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Next we have Aaron Duczak.
Probably a good pronunciation. Yeah.
Canadian.
Okay.
First cash 2006. This is the earliest cash that we have on the final table.
Okay.
40 WSOP caches.
Okay.
40?
He grinding.
40 grinder.
He's grinding.
Look at this guy. I mean, he's got his sleeve rolled up. He was taking shots at the table.
Sounds like a blast.
He was ready to go. He was a little short, and I think he doubled a couple times.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Is that the one that played the 9-5 hand?
He's got
No.
No, that guy's out.
That guy's out.
9-5
Ride the pony.
9-5 ride the pony.
Ride the pony's out.
9-5 ride the pony to the rail is unfortunately hit the rail with his pony.
Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ride the pony's out, unfortunately. But yeah, biggest cash 51,000. I mean, he's in there. He seems. We'll see if he's doing. I would be shocked if he's doing shots at the final table.
I'm really excited for this main event.
I feel like that's like me. Like that. Like I think 2006 might have been my first WSOP cash. I don't think I have 40 cash.
Do you think he's a fellow tortoise?
I have a few. What's that?
Is he a fellow tortoise?
He might be. I mean, biggest cash 51. That's the same with me.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Right in that range. Yeah,
right.
Just slow and steady. Right.
So
to
you're
the final
saying you're
table.
getting tortoise vibes from him?
I'm saying I'm gonna make
that's
the
a solid
top
read.
10 next year.
Okay. That's a big jump from.
You got any action to sell, Brian? I would like a
Yes.
piece.
Yeah, I'll take a
Okay.
piece.
I will.
You can guarantee top 10.
Selling.
Big markup. Big markup.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll swap.
Guaranteed top 10 or your money back times 2.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's going to 100x, but it's up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you. It's
going to
100x.
It's up to you.
Totally your decision, but if you want to miss out on life-changing money, that's totally your decision.
It's pretty funny because 10K times 100 is $1 million.
Yeah.
So it can, if you final table, 100x.
There you go.
That is true.
Are you guaranteeing this for us?
It's close to a guarantee, like not like 100% guarantee.
It's not
but like
a lot.
99.
Okay, so it's like a 99%
That way,
guarantee?
yeah. That way, when
So
it
we get
doesn't happen, I'll be like,
99%
I
of-
said it was 99. There's always a 1% chance I didn't do it.
It's true.
Just
Does that mean we get
through.
99% of our money back?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's
You
just a
actually get
figure
no
of
money
speech
back,
type
yeah.
thing. I see.
Oh, look at that. There he is. Brian LaManna.
man.
Look at this updated picture.
I think I have the exact same shirt on
245K.
right now as in that
You literally have
picture.
the shirt on.
When is Lamanna's first cash?
Does it say?
Yeah, if you scroll down. All the way down.
I'll keep on, yeah.
Keep going.
All the way down.
Look at all those caches, Brian.
The tortoise, baby.
Tortoise.
I've been around.
2005.
There you go. I told you we have a very similar resume there.
2005. He's a dino tortoise. You're like a
the tortoises live for 200
There's like
years.
there's like a tortoise. There's like tortoises.
My first cache is in 1783.
Yeah. There's like tortoises, and there's like the giant tortoise. The giant tortoise, like the one that lives the longest.
Yeah.
You're the giant tortoise of poker.
Exactly.
Wow. Amazing. That's truly a tortoise Hendon mob.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That is tortoise approved.
Mm-hmm.
Next,
Slow and steady.
Espen.
Okay,
Espen Jorstad from
There he is.
Norway.
Fellow Norwegian, Conrad.
Yes.
Man, he's a GLB.
First cache 2012.
Yep.
24 WSOP caches. 266K in live earnings.
Yep.
Wait,
This
his
is
Hendon mob, I mean, his Twitter says idiot from Northern Europe. Is
Yeah.
he the one?
No. He's not
but
the
it's
idiot.
amazing
no.
that
he's not the idiot from Northern
We
Europe.
do have two Norwegians here, by the way.
Yeah.
So are you guys into him for those
I'm
purposes?
here for the Espen sweat. I'm here
Yeah.
for my fellow Norse brother.
So yeah, Espen is an online. I tried to find his. I don't know what his online name is. I wanted to find his like Pocket Fives or something.
It's probably just like maybe Ulan Poker. His name Espen Ulan Jorstad.
He is very well studied.
He's very good.
very good.
Fucking
Very
good.
well studied.
He's probably the best, the most talented player.
I would say most studied player for
most
sure.
studied.
Yeah.
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 He's a run it once coach. He's close friends with Pads. All those.
Come on the boys.
Come
Yeah.
on the Gandhi. Come on the boys.
I like
They
Pads
won a
is
bracelet. Him and Pads won a bracelet together
Right, they
earlier
just
this year.
so
the
Espen
tag
just
team.
won his first bracelet in the tag team with Pads.
Took down Jamie and Corey.
Yep.
I think honestly, Espen deserves second. He deserves the pain that my friend went through.
Yep.
Yep.
He deserves the
So-
pain that he
Wow.
inflicted on
Second
Corey.
place.
Wow,
I'm going
that's
to
poetic.
second place.
That's poetic.
He did.
Yeah. He gets second.
Second's
Yeah.
not bad. It's $6 million.
I mean, you know.
he put my friend through pain.
He did.
What can I say?
Yeah.
He did.
So like he needs second now.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
Okay.
That's my choice for
Okay, that's your
second
choice.
place.
Even though he's Norwegian, you're gonna do him like that?
Yeah, because coming up, there's a kid from Brooklyn that we gotta.
Oh, okay.
You know.
All right.
Okay.
So speaking of, last but not least, in seat 10, we have Asher Conniff, who has been around. He's in there. He's playing the
New
stuff.
York.
Yeah.
He's from Brooklyn.
Long time
New York,
reg from
New
Brooklyn.
York.
Lives in Vegas.
Yep.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy.
Definitely a nice guy.
Yeah.
Met him a few times.
One of the
Seems
good
pretty
guys. One of the
I
good guys
think
at
I went to
poker.
karaoke with him once.
You did?
Uh-huh.
How
You're
was
good
that?
at singing.
How's
That's
the
good.
singing skills?
I don't think he's sung, actually.
Oh, okay.
But he might have.
Yep.
I might.
I
be
know you went to
mistaken.
karaoke pretty recently.
Yeah, well, we saw it. We know.
So yeah, and Asher has he's he's friends with everyone. His rail's gonna be insane probably.
It's gonna be nuts.
Awesome.
There was someone holding a photo of his face. Did you guys see that on the rail? That was funny. So yeah, he is very accomplished. This is so far they have 600K or so locked up. This is not even close to his first. Well, it's a little bit close. His biggest cash is close to $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, he won the 15K Borgata.
Right. So Berkey was telling us this. He won an event, that series at the Borgata, parlayed that into the 15K, won that.
So the super spin.
Yes, super spin
Giga spin, yeah.
engaged. So he's in there too, and he's super experienced, especially in the live realm.
Yeah.
Definitely, like if he gets he's 20 bigs or so. I mean, he gets a double and he's a danger.
Yeah.
He could be a danger still, but
Yeah, definitely some tortoise mentality going on because there's
Yep.
still some shorter stacks
So
than him.
That's your pick to win it. That's who you want to win it.
I'm going with the kid from
Yeah, and
Brooklyn.
you're with Espen,
I'm
right?
Espen. I got to be Espen.
I wouldn't be happy with
Espen
either of them. I think they're
deserves
both
second.
they're both
He
nice
deserves
guys.
second place.
You know who I want to win?
The tortoise guy.
Philippe
Suki?
Felipe.
Souki. I want to see the short stack coming in.
Okay.
With what's he got? 9 blinds?
11
blinds? 11 blinds. Just find a way to just come back. I mean, that's like you just don't see that, right? Wouldn't that
That's
be
a
amazing?
true underdog story.
A true underdog story comes in, short stack, long odds against, and just
Yeah.
works his way all the way through.
Someone's got to root for the underdog.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna root, but somebody also has to root for the
And I-
over. I'm rooting for the overdog.
And I want him to have 11 blinds all the way through till heads up. just keep working that short stack all the way to second place, and then just smash.
Because that's like how you would play.
That's
it.
exactly how the tortoise would
I
play.
completely forgot, but Asher has a funny story about how he got into that 15K. He misclicked into a satellite.
Oh, really?
And then ended up winning the seat.
No.
Yes.
That is amazing.
But like he was,
and then won the tournament.
and then won the tournament.
Easily. I mean, seems like
Butterfly effect is real.
right. Oh my goodness, Michael, with the $99.99 donation.
$99.
This is for
feeling
Melissa
fine.
to get some roses.
Wow.
Any extra can go towards Conrad's tab.
My man.
Wow, the rose and tab
Thank
fund.
you so much. Amazing.
Thank you, Michael.
This is we're extremely poor, so this is so helpful.
Oh my, shameless shill. Please help us.
Please help us. We are about to be homeless. So.
That was
Well, if Matt wins the Venetian, you can save
Literally,
the house.
they're showing our house every day. My room is always a mess, and I'm always, I'm like, I'm sending the emoji that's hiding. I'm like, I
Hashtag
didn't
save
clean.
the house.
So
I don't think we actually mentioned it. The reason that Berkey's not here is he is in day 2 of the WPT.
Right.
5K at Venetian with 800 and some change. 800 some.
A lot to
1,000
first place and enough to save the house if he can find a way to win.
that would be really cool if he could save us.
Please save us. We don't want to leave.
If he could not make us homeless. Also, by the way, we don't live in this place. Everyone thinks we live here.
Yeah, live here.
No,
This is the office.
This is the office.
We
This
live
is
in
where
a house.
This is the Solve for Why headquarters where we run our academies.
This is where we're moving
We
to.
still have 4 seats. You can go to academy.solveforwhy.io.
All right, Lamette.
Save
You know, you
save
want
the house, save
4
the
seats left
office.
for September. That'll help save the house too.
Yeah.
I think if he wins it, he's still gonna sell the house.
Yeah.
Right? He's selling the house because it's a good time
it
to
went
sell
up
it, not
by
because
like 2.5x. So it's just a smart thing to do.
So, I mean,
but it's not something
you guys
that
are on
we
the
want
streets regardless.
to have happen.
Nah, he's keeping it. We save the house.
Save the house.
Yo,
Make us
these
not
comments
homeless.
and
If you ever see
me die.
if you ever see Matt, just like tell him to say, please save the house.
Tell us a PO box so we can send canned foods. Please. The good thing is I have like an 80 pack of noodles.
You do. You have so much
I have
ramen.
so many noodles. So like if we,
I got
if
a
push
good
comes to shove,
26.
we can have family
survive
dinners of
for a little
noodles.
bit.
I got a good 26 of kimchi. Noodles.
Yeah, you have noodles. I have
Yeah,
noodles.
we're
Berkey
good.
has so much rice.
I just bought a bunch of Chalk Zero.
You have chocolate. Thank you, I guess.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah,
speaking of that, Berkey had a gripe about that.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
was
was talking
not
shit.
happy with you yesterday.
He was not.
why?
He said, "This motherfucker."
About what?
He said, "I ordered dark chocolate Chalk Zero, and he eats it all." But when he orders, he says, "I'm gonna get some more. Don't worry about it." You ordered all milk chocolate.
Oh, did I? No. I swear I ordered like everything on the site. I'm pretty sure I ordered everything on the
He
site.
said this guy only got the stuff that he doesn't like. Is that true?
If that's true, I'll buy more, man. It's fine.
Wow.
Listen, Matt, I'm sorry. I know you watch this, and I'm sorry.
He is watching.
I was hungry.
He is watching.
You're watching me right now. I know you are.
Save the house. Someone should spin up a Save the House GoFundMe and horrify Burke. Save Berkey's house.
Yo, he would have a heart attack.
I know.
It's very crazy. Like when you take the step back, I know it's going to be like a quick one of like the whole like Asher story of like misclicking a satellite and then winning, or like other people having their stories to like now final table to main. It just really makes you acknowledge the existence of others within our own. Like when it comes to most people that are final tabling in the main or like other things that happen, like special events to other people that mean nothing to us individually, this stuff still happens around us all the time.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool to look back and be like, wow, like we get to now celebrate, call it this big event being the main event final table, and just have a joy watching other people have the time of their lives.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool to watch, and it's nice to have the coverage.
It's so special. I
That's
mean, this
a
is the
unique thing,
first main event that I've really like watched.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't really watched like full. Like this is the most hours of a main event I've ever watched.
Nice.
So it's it is a special.
Yeah.
It is a really special event, and
It
you
really
can
is.
tell everyone there is like they realize how special this is. Like
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. You cannot replicate it. Like it's the main event.
Yeah.
It's
So
the fucking main.
it's really
it's the
cool. I mean, it's so like it's honestly inspiring to
It's
see
so
because
awesome.
you just see like what cool moments you can have like in poker. Like that's such a amazing once in a lifetime moment for most. Some people get there.
Some people get there. Some people it's twice in a lifetime, maybe thrice in a lifetime.
If you're Mark Newhouse.
If you're not gonna fucking get ninth again, and we'll see.
And it's like more to first place than all of these like prestigious like golf tournaments and tennis tournaments. Like it's the biggest.
We were talking about that actually at the 5K. Yeah. So I wasn't here yesterday and was busy getting roasted by the old man. When I was day 2 of the 5K because I cashed the tournament. But we were talking about that at the table, where someone at the table I was playing at did a bunch of work for boxing, and it was like a boxer when he was younger. Does coach, has gyms everywhere. Lives that lifestyle. And it was like, what other environment would the people at the table I was at, or any table in general, be at the same place doing the same thing at the same time?
Never.
I would never meet or know this story otherwise unless it was from poker. And like you never meet or talk to people otherwise unless you know it's from poker. And like poker's given me personally a lot. Poker's given me everything. And it's one of these things where it's not the same and everyone sees poker differently. And playing either for fun, playing professionally, like you can kind of make poker whatever you want it to be for you. You want to play professionally, you can. All you do is call yourself a pro, right? There's no guidelines to being a pro. And if you want to play for fun and play here and there, like he said, he only comes out for the series. And some people only come out to play series events and try to win a bracelet. And some people say, I'm only going to show up for the main event. Because it's that important.
Right, exactly. The main event's so unique to people. Like they play one tournament a year, and it's the main.
It's the main. It's always like you cannot miss the main event, even if you're not a no limit player. And like you play PLO, you play mix or whatever. Like you find a way to play the main event.
Right.
Because it's just that good of a tournament at that price point, as well as the other things that come along with it, like the experience as a whole, right? Because some things can't be replicated.
Yeah.
At least. Not for a year. You have to wait another year once you brick the tournament.
It's so depressing. It's
I know.
354 more days.
You get one shot at it. There's no rebuys. It's just you're in there. Here's your chips. When they're gone,
when they're gone, you're gone.
When they're gone, you're gone.
It's just very cool.
You gotta just wait till the next July.
Yeah.
Yeah. and everyone's sort of like paying attention to the same thing at the same time in the community, and it's just sort of, I don't know. It's a nice thing.
Yeah.
It's very wholesome.
It is.
It's very wholesome at the end.
And I feel like it's the kind of thing where, like, the people you FT with, you always...
There's like a bond.
Yeah, like you always have like a special thing with each other.
It's like the class of, kind of.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
So, like I found a table with the main with this guy. It's like, I found that,
Because you share such an intense experience together. Like, there's no way you can't bond through it.
This year, whoever finishes 10th, they kick him out of that club, though, right? Because the official final table is 9.
He's not allowed in the group chat afterwards.
Imagine main event final table group chat. This is someone,
they
someone gets kicked. Like, there's this all 10 at the start. Like, hey guys, good luck. And then X has been removed from the group.
Oh,
so, are you guys playing any other events this series? What's the rest of the series look like? We're nearing the end.
So for me, I'm gonna be playing the 10K 6 Max today.
That's a fun one, huh?
Oh man, I'm excited.
That is.
The 10K 6 Max is a great tournament. The higher price point tournaments have been amazing. Truly amazing. Like the 25K earlier in the series was amazing. The 50K field yesterday was really great. It got 97 entries already before late reg is even over.
Wow.
So all the higher stakes stuff is doing really well. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Starts at 3. Going to be around Bally's, which is nice because even if it doesn't go too well or whatever, like there's something else to do. Like you get to go to the main event, you get to sweat the main, you get to be around that environment.
It's pretty nice for the 10K today too because there's a lot of people in that 5K still in Venetian. So
Yeah.
Like Berkey. Berkey,
Exactly.
I know he's like, oh man, I don't want to miss this tournament. It's so good, but hopefully he misses it.
That makes the field so much better.
It makes the field better, and then at the same time, because these players are at the 5K at the Venetian, they can still max late register the 10K on day 2.
Oh, you can.
But then you have 20 bigs, and it's a little bit different, but they don't get to miss it completely. Unless they make day 3 of the Venetian, which is a good problem to have. Because now you're playing for much higher stakes, as most of the field is gone, you're deep in the money. Whereas with the 10K, you're not even in the money yet. And sure, like you may be close, but at the same time, the stakes are non-comparable.
They got 1,132 entries, I think.
I heard it got like over 5 million in the pool.
Yeah, first place is 900,000, I think.
First place is saving the house. So
wow.
Please. Berkey.
Go Berkey.
Mostly because I know what we will just find another house to rent, so it's not like a huge deal. I don't want to move my stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a hassle.
pain
Like
in the
I
ass,
don't
yeah,
want
of
to
course.
pack up stuff. I'm gonna end up throwing all my shit away, which I always do when I move. I end up
Throw a
having
bunch of
one
stuff away,
bag
yeah.
because
New
I
house,
don't-
new me.
I hate moving and I hate packing stuff up, so I'll just throw it away.
Is it because you hate change?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I don't like change. I don't deal with it well, but I happen to live a life that changes like a lot.
How have you been dealing with it recently?
Change recently? There hasn't been a lot of change that much recently.
Okay.
But actually, you know what? That's not true. The series kind of threw a wrench in my life. And it's very, very rude of it to do that, by the way.
How so?
Because I felt all of a sudden that I needed to play tournaments, and I was sort of in my cash mode, and I was sort of like trying to grind that, and I sort of had a pathway I was working on, just trying to like build up my role and stuff, and then I fired a bunch of tournaments. I fired 4 bullets in the Millionaire Maker and blah blah blah, and I was like I didn't even really want to do this. I just felt like I was supposed to, and now I'm just back to playing cash.
You're
I'm
not
done.
playing any
I'm
more
not playing
events.
any more tournaments. I just can't. I don't like them.
The Close is a pretty good tournament.
There's no other choice.
You know what else is pretty good?
There's-
All the cash
Conrad's
games.
gonna
There is
play.
no other goddamn choice but to play some more tournaments.
You know what would be
Yep.
so awesome if I just binked one off? But I know the fucking odds of that is so low.
Speaking of Biggie went off, Rampage won a circuit ring again yesterday.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Christ.
Ring number
Nice.
4.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Ring number 4.
Good job, Rampage.
Did you wait? Did you add him on Twitter yet?
I didn't follow him on Twitter yet. No, you gotta still wait for that one.
Wow.
I got the Landon follow. I
You
was
know
so
what I
excited.
should do on Berkey's Twitter? I should just start following
accounts?
people.
Yeah, just oh my god,
And
he
then, like,
was
he
so
won't
pissed.
notice.
Start with Veronica.
Yes.
I'll just like follow like really, yeah, should we do that?
I don't know how long it would take. No, you need to follow like 1,000 people because it would take you
Yeah,
forever
I
to
know.
follow
And he
everybody.
would just see these random people on his timeline like, I didn't follow this person. What the fuck's going on?
Man,
Oh my
honestly,
God.
following like a mass account of people would be much worse than tweeting
I
something
know.
You should follow like every single person like
Who follows him?
who follows him, 20,000 people. No, but like every person in the like Cleveland Browns organization.
Oh my god.
for him. Man,
I'll start following
He just gets all his
horoscope
Cleveland-
accounts.
Yep.
We'll get him daily horoscopes on
Yep.
his timeline.
Oh my, yes.
Oh my
He's an
god.
Aquarius,
He's
right?
stuck in.
He's an
He's
Aquarius.
stuck in Venetian, like just
Like-
being like, I can't do anything about it.
Like
He's gonna do-
Aquarius memes.
Yep.
Like
he's just gonna drive over here and just cut it himself.
He's probably locked his
okay,
account.
so
from
guys,
his
if you
phone
want to
right now.
follow from Berkey, just
Oh
let
my
us
God.
know.
So devious.
Like, because there's some Twitter feature now you can make lists, so you can see lists from people, but you don't have to follow them. But I'm pretty sure there's a button you can click that follows everybody from the list.
Oh yeah, there is.
Like, and
There
David,
is.
and David
there
Williams
is.
made
Yeah,
that
I'll
whole
find a
list.
horoscope, like an
Horoscope
astrology
list
list,
just
and I'll
click
follow all.
David Williams
Cleveland
made
Browns,
it.
follow all.
Yeah.
Oh man.
DePaulo says do dog mom and horse lover accounts.
Okay.
We could do some
Definitely some noodling accounts for him.
some
Some accounts.
men's
definitely.
OnlyFans.
Sure.
Definitely,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Wow. This
This is too devious.
this is fun.
Yeah.
Should I tweet from his account right now?
I
Yeah.
thought you said you weren't gonna do it.
Well,
It's right here.
it's the feminine urge to tweet from the account.
Okay.
Oh
I mean,
man.
What are
I
you
think you should just
tweeting?
ask
So,
who wants to follow.
Follow for follow?
Hey,
Question
guys.
mark.
Follow. Yep.
Serious question.
Oh, sorry, Berkey.
Hey
I can't
guys,
do anything. I'm stuck in this chair,
serious
man.
question.
I'd help you, but oh man.
Does anyone have a spare change of pants
At Venetian.
at the Venetian? Urgent.
Urgent. DM,
Oh.
please.
He's never letting us do
Size
this again.
small.
Size small.
Size small.
Size extra small. Prayer hands.
Oh my god.
Prayer hands, fire
Yeah.
emoji, heart
Oh, yeah,
emoji.
we'll
You will
do
never again
Love
leave
you
his
guys.
computer
No.
open.
Never. Locking it
prayer
down.
hands, fire emojis.
With a poop emoji.
and then the
No, that gives it away.
yeah, it has to be like
As if this
subtle.
didn't, you know?
Yeah, right.
Wait, where's that guy that's going? I love that one.
Oh, the pleading one?
Yeah, the pleading one. I'll do this one.
Oh man.
Okay, I tweeted.
Yeah.
Can we get we need the graphic on the screen now after, is it done?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this smile. Look at, I've never seen you happy.
Hey guys, serious question. Does anyone have a spare change of pants at the
Wait,
Venetian?
Guapo's gonna find
Urgent,
it. He's gonna
size
pull it
extra
up.
small.
Let's
oh my
find
god, I
it.
had 6 likes and one retweet already.
Here's the pull up,
Nine
let's see it.
Oh man.
Everyone's liking and retweeting.
Only friends.
How long does Berkey leave it up before he deletes it?
He's gonna delete it like right away. He's
No,
probably
I'll
doing
keep
right
it.
now.
He's a good sport.
Yeah, he may be.
Oh my god, it's 25 likes and 30.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Somebody screenshot it real quick.
I'm gonna like it and retweet it from his account.
From his
right
account. We're just gonna make him look
Oh
like a
my
boomer.
I'm crying.
Like,
Thank you guys. This is so fun.
man.
Sorry, Berkey. This is what
This
happens.
I'm like Matt
That's the
Berkey
fun.
retweeted it. but-
Matt
Matt Berkey retweeted it, yeah, from his phone.
Someone's like so many.
54 likes. Which table?
I think this is like, how hot is this getting the next 2 minutes?
This is gonna be one of the greatest tweets from his account ever. Like, he can't. No, he
Did we
can't.
just ratio him on his own account?
He
we
can't
might have.
delete. He can't delete this tweet. He can't delete this tweet because the engagements that this tweet is going to get is going to be the most his Twitter's ever gotten.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just ratioed him on his own account. Oh no.
Oh man. This is what happens when you don't show up for the podcast.
Yeah, you can't not show up to the
Like, don't give me
podcast.
this excuse. I'm trying to win $800,000.
Yeah, like trying to save the house or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
man.
we're
Like,
not here.
Look at all
Things
these
happen.
emojis.
you're not here. You're like,
Fire emoji.
I have a kilt.
I have a kilt. Oh man.
So unreal. The best is the people that aren't watching the podcast that see this tweet.
I know, and they're gonna be like, "Why is
They're
everyone
just-
liking this?"
Yeah.
Do we want
Berkey
to
sharded.
do we want to go through 25K fantasy updates?
Oh, yeah, we
and
can do
then,
that.
And then call it.
Yeah,
Yep.
we can go through.
Let's do it.
So, as you guys know, or maybe don't know, we have a little Only Friends thing with the 25K fantasy where the loser, if it's me, I have to, which it's not going to be me, I have to wear a bald cap for a podcast episode. If it's one of the guys, they have to get like their makeup done, full drag makeup, and do a podcast episode with that. So right now, Berkey is definitely,
dead last.
unless a miracle happens, he is going to be in drag makeup.
He's
Not
like-
only is he dead last among the group, I think he's dead last among everybody. Oh yeah, you got to be the.
You have to go to 25K. Conrad's got it. Conrad's got it. And then go to drafted player.
I think it's
S4Y.
S4Y.
Yeah,
yeah.
S4Y. It should be at the very bottom.
Oh man, I'm like
418 points.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I think
Down
he's
bad.
I think he's greater than 2 times second in our group. Like I think second is either
Second
you
to
or
last.
Brian. No,
wait,
second's
let's
Melissa.
just
Yeah,
give,
second to
let's
last
give
is me, I
Guapo our
think.
names, and he can
Okay,
he
so-
can search for everybody.
So
we can
mine
see.
is Ass Eaters.
The ass eaters. How are the ass eaters
Yeah,
doing?
how are the Ass Eaters doing?
I only said that because I wanted you to say that.
Yeah.
So you have how many points? 623.
623.
Okay, so Matt has 418.
Okay. I
So-
don't really like how close that is.
No, it's actually very far
Okay.
because a bracelet is worth like 100 points.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yep. What's your name?
My
Rocket
team
Man?
name is Rocketmen, all
Rocket
caps.
Man.
His team took off.
My team's
Your
my
team
team
is-
my
you're
team is
definitely-
The
popping.
craziest part about
In the
that is
lead
like
out of
you're
all of
still
us.
not. You're like half the points of first right now.
I'm like 1.5
Oh, there you
X
are.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at that.
you have all those points and you're still 141st ranked.
Yeah, so I have all those points. I made some side bets with Christian and
Me.
Matt.
Me too.
Earlier, we remember it's on the podcast
Yeah, me too.
about these things. And Mr. Old Man said, "You only draft your friends. Of course, I'm going to wreck you." And then I said, "All right, your friends are busy raising families. your friends have become adults.
My
My
name
friends
is
are bracelet winners."
Like7, LIKE7.
Like 7.
Yep.
How's Brian doing? Let's find out. Is he popping? Yes, no, maybe so.
I'm like in the middle. I don't have a great team, but I don't have a bad team.
Listen,
He
Brian,
was pretty
I have
sometimes
Seaver on my team, and I have Ivy, so those
many
are
points is that?
they've been good.
898.
898.
Not bad.
898
That's
for
pretty good.
Brian. You're definitely not going to be in last place.
I
I'll
will
tell
not.
you that.
Yes, not be in last place.
Now we got Let's Get It Poppin'.
Who's that?
That's Conrad. Who else could it be?
That's Landon.
That's me. That's my second team. That's my alt account.
Let's get it popping.
Yeah, I want to know
Who's he
how.
got? 8 what?
841.
Brian
my
has
head-
passed you.
I passed you.
Wow.
The tortoise has passed the
Yes.
hare.
I have Hendricks.
Slow and
Whoa,
steady.
Oh, he's
relax,
Hendricks.
relax, buddy. I got Hendricks at the final table.
I also
yeah.
have Hendricks.
By the
damn
way,
it.
can we give a shout out to Hendricks and Toby Lewis?
Adam
Let's go,
Hendricks.
Toby.
Adam
Final
Hendricks.
table of the 5K. There's 10 left. I think there are 2 and 3 in chips. So
There are 2 and 3 in
go
chips.
Toby.
Go Adam.
I don't know Adam, but I'm rooting for him for your
Yeah,
sake. I am
vested
rooting for
interest.
Toby first.
yeah.
off.
Let's go, Toby.
go.
Let's go,
Toby.
Toby. It's Toby turn.
He's a cheeky
Toby
chap.
time.
Toby turn. Toby turn. So yeah, now let's look at Chin's team, Team Darkside. How is Team Darkside doing
Landon
these days?
really just wanted to use this to gloat about his team winning the whole.
That's
Listen,
okay.
man. Listen,
He's
man.
like,
I
guys,
understand.
can we have 10 minutes so I can gloat about how good
Yeah.
my team is?
Listen,
and
man.
how
Okay,
I-
he's
his
got
team's good.
9-12.
He's
All
in
right.
second.
He's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
A good.
Well, he's Team Dark Side, so you got on the dark side.
Yeah,
so
Team
that
Dark
was
Side
smart.
second
That was
place.
smart of him to
Yeah, he was going for not last. You know.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
kind of going for the win. Matt was also going for the win.
Wow.
And then,
What happened there?
Matt actually was going for the win, but sometimes you lose.
Yeah.
You know, when you go for when you're
Feast or
feast or
famine.
famine.
Yeah,
I'm
he's famining
feasting
right now.
I'm feasting on my milk chocolate chalk zero that I ordered for myself that maybe I knew he didn't
so
like. enough.
what's the one that you don't like? You like the milk chocolate?
I love all of it. I have no preference. Matt is not a fan of milk chocolate. Matt likes dark chocolate.
Just an update on Berkey's tweet. It's got 22 retweets, 96
Rob
likes,
Young
and
just
four
replied.
quote tweets.
Yeah, Rob Young has replied with a laughing emoji.
Let's go, dude.
We've got some great replies on this, actually.
Man,
We gotta
that's
go
great.
I got you. Elephant leg pants, okay? Sorry, bro. Just lent my spare pair to Helmuth. Told you not to shave it so close.
There's some assless chaps in the.
Yeah.
I got diapers.
And then some genuine advice. Try the store there. You know? They might have some extra small.
I
pants.
love how like
we just cracked 3 figures in likes.
Let's go.
Wow.
I love how random Twitter is from like an eclectic mix of people that see the sarcasm and the humor, and then some that are genuinely there
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
You know,
and
you
genuinely
know they're
trying
there
to
for you.
be
It's like
helpful.
try the store. Like they should have something in the gift shop. Like
yeah.
the Venetian has some nice stores. There's some good stuff over there. I'm sure you can find a pair of pants. It's like it's a joke.
Yeah, but it's nice of them. that you
No,
think
it's,
It is
okay.
nice.
It's you know who your people are.
Right.
You know, like when you see the comment section, I know who I would call if I needed.
Yeah.
If I had an emergency,
And
they'd let themselves
and they
be shown.
probably have a spare pair of pants.
Extra small.
Extra small.
Yeah, for me.
No. He's an upper body guy.
Yeah.
He's getting so roasted today. It's
man.
very funny.
It's great.
Amazing.
Ooh, main event odds.
Main event odds. Yeah,
yeah.
let's look at that.
What we got going on here?
What's popping
All right,
on the
hold
odds?
on. So what would we say? Oh, okay, never mind.
We got him up. That's fine. You can put him up.
Yeah, you can throw
Yeah,
them up.
put it up.
Throw them up. Will
Wow.
Espen win the main event?
Wow.
It's only plus 200. That
Wait a
is-
minute, wait a
that's
minute.
Strong.
Hold on. I have a question for you. It says, will Espen win the main event? Yes, plus 250. And then it says, tournament winner, Espen plus 200.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
I think I would go with. I'm
just gonna click yes.
Plus 250.
What type of, what is this?
Where
That's
can we
weird.
bet this?
Yep.
Oh, so we can't bet it.
Wow.
No, we can't
Well,
bet
Brian,
it. But we
if
can.
you want to bet on Suki, maybe
Wow,
you can find
what do I
someone
get?
to
I
book
get
you
plus
some action
33.
and
I'm
party.
telling you, man.
33-1.
I've been coaching him.
You know what the,
That's not true.
You know what the problem with the 33-1 is, though, for you? That's not a tortoise type of bet.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's
true.
not.
Tortoise does not go for the long shots.
Tortoise goes for the. Tortoise definitely goes for
Have
the
you been
short
ever been
thing.
to Horse Shack?
Yeah.
I would love to see your betting history at a horse track.
Honestly, I go for the biggest long shots.
Okay.
That's how I am when I'm betting.
I want to put down, but the thing is, I put down $2.
Yeah.
But then it's
But
like,
it
to win,
could be 2,000.
10,000. Yeah. It's like I want the long shots.
I know,
Take
that's what I
small
do.
bets for the long shots.
Is this the Tortoise's like one chance at
it's like
living life in the fast lane?
It's like Tortoise's little vice there. Yeah.
Yeah, Timex put odds to. I actually someone said Asher's the bet here. I agree. I think Asher plus 2,000 is like a really good.
That's a good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
20 to 1.
How many big blinds does he have?
20.
20.
Is that with the real chip stack?
It's a little bit off, so maybe 18, 17 bigs.
Okay.
But still, yeah. I feel like there's maybe some value here in a couple of these picks. I'm not too sure. But I definitely see value in, will Espen win? Yes. Or just choosing Espen outright. If you think he's going to win, don't choose him outright. Just click yes.
Yes.
It's extra money. Literally extra money.
I mean, honestly, those odds are really bad. I know we were talking about it before, but
Yeah.
I mean, 2 to 1. That's like
2 to 1 with 68 bigs is rather tough. Like, you're basically saying you win what?
50% of the time.
Yeah.
50%.
It's
Yeah,
50.
That's wild.
with 10 people.
Yeah, that's absurd. That's some disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
I'd be mad.
Yeah.
It's either disrespect or it's heavy respect to Espen.
Right, but
Have
like
respect.
if you're
Depends how
party
you spin.
poker, you make what you think the true odds are, and then here's what we give our customers.
Well,
right?
it's probably
they have to
because-
make money doing this.
It's
so-
probably because they were gonna. It's true odds. He's probably like 5 to 1,
Right.
And a lot of money would have probably came in on Espen.
a
quickly.
ton probably.
So
5
if
to
they
1.
just started
Yeah,
off at 2 to
they
1
would,
and have the money coming in on other places. It just makes more sense.
Yeah, they could.
This
get
has been
killed that
sports
way.
betting with Conrad. I mean, you're right.
Uncut
Like,
gems with Conrad.
Yeah.
You kind of are like the uncut gems guy a little bit.
Oh God.
He's like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, you're a little Adam Sandler-esque.
Sure.
This is how I win. Like that's Conrad.
This is how I win. I bet on all of them.
Yeah.
Duh.
Critters to the moon.
Yo, whatever happened to Critters?
I don't know.
look
What
it
did
up.
happen to
I don't
Critters?
know.
Did we check?
I think
No.
not right now, but we should
We'll check
definitely need to
later.
check on
Yeah,
Critter.
I'm not.
You still have a Critter?
No, I think I sold it.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is some
I sold
random
everything.
weird crypto shit.
Oh,
that
yeah,
we're
sorry, we're talking about
people.
NFTs.
That fund is, that
Sorry,
fund
that
is
was
dissolved.
NFTs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I sold everything. So the Critters we took a loss on.
Dump it.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, I think we have a main event.
To
Final
go to
table
what?
to
Yeah,
watch.
Yeah.
I got the
It's gonna
I
be
got
fun.
the
Everybody
10K 6
tune in.
max to go to.
Yes. Good luck.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna come down because I'd like to be in that atmosphere. I'll be.
The atmosphere
I'll
would love
check out
to
the
have
final
you.
table.
Yeah, he's gonna get
I'm gonna root
hammered.
Toby on. So
Can you come rail me at the
I don't think I'm gonna
1500
get as drunk as I did for Berkey's final table. I need
Man,
a day or
drunk
two to
Brian
just-
was so unhinged. Like I'm not a guy for scenes. Drunk Brian loves a good scene.
Well, I wanted to create a scene for Berkey.
Exactly.
Berkey he enjoys that. So I don't. Toby, he's more.
Toby's a
reserved.
gentleman.
He's a nice British fellow.
Toby's a
So you'll
gentleman.
maybe have
I
a
don't.
spot
I
of
don't think I'm
tea.
going to be screaming and yelling and being
Yeah.
obnoxious.
Some golf claps
for him.
Yeah,
for
some
Toby.
golf claps,
Exactly.
some-
Golf claps.
some
That's more
English
his
tea.
more his speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
But
come
he said
on the boys.
He said he would if he wins. He will do a shoe bomb with me.
Wow, Toby Brian
Disgusting.
shoe bomb like
Yes.
arms interlocked.
Yes.
Wow, that is some content.
So I'm going to hold him
That's
to that.
disgusting.
Are they clean shoes or not clean shoes?
Doesn't matter at that
Are they
point.
clean pants or not clean pants?
He's definitely using the shoes he has on.
Oh yeah.
100%.
These
He's gonna be
Nikes,
so drunk at that point. He's like, yeah.
132 likes, 29 retweets, and 34 comments
Very good.
Yo, Matt Berkey, you're popping, man.
in 13 minutes. Not a big deal.
No big deal here.
Melissa, you're just an agent of chaos.
Wait, can you pin that tweet?
Pin it? Yeah, pin it.
No, because I think he has something else pinned there.
Yeah, he has something. He'll have to find it.
Well, you can
All
have a
right.
new
Yeah,
one.
Okay, well, we're gonna close now.
Yep.
did it.
Any final comments?
No, good luck to everyone remaining in the main event. I hope it's fun, fast, and furious.
Keep it popping.
Keep it
Keep it
poppin'.
poppin'.
Please, somebody get our friend Matt Berkey some pants.
Yeah.
Save the
Yeah,
house.
please. Yeah, please bring him some pants. He keeps texting us. He's like, please, I've shitted my pants.
Very uncomfortable.
It's
Somebody
so-
bring me pants.
so
Extra
wet.
small.
Okay.
Like,
Bye, guys.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Later.
Sponsor us, please.